What's up everybody? So the new gear system has been introduced for a bit now. I've done some deep diving, I've done some Discord lurking, and I've learned from some of my own mistakes. I'm pretty confident right now to give my final thoughts on how this new gear system is set up. This wording is a little bit bad because we already have gear. Like if you go into your monsters, let's just click on my Lilith as an example, we go to gear. This is already gear, this stuff right here, your obsidian sword, your obsidian robe. So I'll do my best to refer to this new system as what they're actually called, and that is Soulaments, but no promises. When I first heard this was going to be introduced, I was excited, something new to work towards. However, what I'm going to be showing you has changed that excitement to it is what it is. The system is interesting, but it's just how poorly executed it is. Let's get it. I kind of explained a bit of this when I went over the summer update in a video, but we're going to recap quickly. Soulaments are obtained from game modes Warrior Chase and Joint Assault and the Soulament Gem Mall. The first two both have requirements. Warrior Chase, your server has to be open for more than 22 days. Joint Assault, the server open for more than 22 days, and have an account level of 80. These bosses are going to be grouped by account levels. I'll get into that in a few moments. Warrior Chase I pretty much explained in this video diving into the Summer Carnival, which will be clickable at the end if you just wanted to check that out. There's also timestamps so you can head straight to Warrior Chase. TLDW, aka Too Long Didn't Watch, basically Warrior Chase. So if we go into combat and we click the exploration icon at the top here, you can see this is Warrior Chase. It's going to have 4 camps and is available every single day. 1 mythic, 2 legendary, and 1 epic. The higher rarity does give more rewards, pretty simple. The highest mythic you can get here is 3 stars. The camp requires a leader Hellfire monster, and then you can look over the camp requirements to get max rewards. This is a long-term project as multiple startup monsters will be needed to fill the camps for maximum reward potential. I have no issues with this. I like challenges, I like something to do. It's just the drop rates for mythic Soulaments are very, very low, and the extra attempt buys with gems gets expensive real quick, and then honestly, if you're like me, I end up regretting buying them because, like I said, the drop rates are so low. But it is there if you want to invest. One of the Discord members, Demise, much appreciated for this information, started tracking all of the camp drops, which were for the most part at max reward. This is pinned in the Monster Never Cry discussion channel if you want to look at this further. This was an expensive experiment, as you can see right here. And looking over the drop rates, once again, confirmation of how bad they actually are. What I have been doing is trying to aim for max rewards from the bottom 3 since the max requirements are less. So I'm not there yet, so the average reward potential that I've been looking for is mythic 2-star chest. I have been recording my drops in my Google document, and yeah, like I said, the drop rates are bad, even for the legendary Soulaments, which are used for fodder, so that's why I really have a problem with this system. It's unfortunate none of the camps show the drop percentage because I would think the Holy Light camp having the highest requirements would net the highest chance, but it's just not listed anywhere. Anyways, as of right now, I gave up using gems for extra attempts, no more, not getting anything else from me. Maybe when I get more camps maxed out, I'll try again. Moving into Joint Assault. This is a PvE kind of PvP boss game mode that has 4 bosses categorized by account level groups and is on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sundays for 11 AM to 11 PM for 12 hours. As I said, one of the requirements is account level 80, so you can see the boss groupings right here, recently added to the game 125 to 140. First thing I'm going to say is it makes 0 sense to advertise the game mode with the splash screen seen here with 3-star mythics when Joint Assault first launched because this was false. Before the recent addition with the 125 zone bosses, the highest mythic you could get is 1 star. Why introduce a game mode that is boss oriented for competition since you can steal the damage ranking rewards of other players, yet have it give worse reward possibility than the solo game mode Warrior Chase? In my opinion, until you reach the zone boss level that has a chance at any mythic Soulament chest, don't waste your gems on extra attempts. It's pointless, and I'll get into why in a few, but I kind of covered that earlier by saying the drop rates are very low. But I have noticed with the introduction of the level 130 and 135 bosses, this is when it actually starts to drop at least the legendary fodder more consistently. I still have very low rates with the mythic, as you will see if you check out the Google Doc, but this is just what I've noticed. Now I do enjoy this game mode even though I'm probably sounding like I don't. I mean, for the most part, I don't. It is chaos depending how populated your Joint Assault bracket is, because there will be players hitting at different times of the day, and you may lose your ranking spot, which lowers your potential rewards. Now, from rank 1 to 3, now it's not a huge drop, but it's still a drop in the amount of chests you can get. I will say the respawn timers are long. I'm on a dead account being beta, and I still find it hard sometimes to jump in whenever I open the game, since I'm looking for only rank 1 rewards, so I can only imagine on more populated brackets like my global accounts what it's like. I don't mind competition, I'm just saying you're going to need to find the time window that you find has the least amount of boss interaction, or use some kind of like trial and error, and you're going to see some familiar names and know that if you can beat their damage or not, then you need to stay away from that boss until they're done. But I go back to what I said. What's the point of opening these boss levels gradually? I'm account level 149 at the time of this recording. I should be able to see and attempt level 140 bosses, yet they take their time making them available. This game mode was launched on June 14th, so up until recently, I think July 7th, only boss level 125 was added. So over 1 month, and they finally added, which allowed for 2-star mythic chest. Which also brings me to the point. So for 1 month, the max reward you could get is 1-star mythic chest. I really just don't get this. To me, it's just a sleazy way of getting players to burn through gems and money, not understanding what the system is, when really you should have been waiting till Mythic 3-star becomes available. Finally, on July 11th, level 130 boss was introduced, and now there's a chance for Mythic 3-star chests. So yes, finally, the Joint Assault splash screen is valid. Why punish older players and have us sit here waiting? Some may argue, but maybe it's because they don't want players running around with top-tier Soulaments. I mean, oh boy, don't worry, I'm going to explain why this is so far from the truth because of how this system is set up. And that is what I'm going to get into right now. It's now time for the Soulament scary deep diving. So we understand there is both legendary and mythic sets, 2 mythic set options and 1 legendary set option. Where the scary part is when you start understanding how the star up process works in order to gain the additional stats paired with how goddamn low the drop rates are. Example, I am going to be on my first global account showing my Lilith right here. You can see for a 2-piece set bonus with total stars of 8, I now get 10% attack at the start of the battle. Once I reach 12 stars within this set, it will go up to 15%. Keep in mind, this isn't limited to 2 pieces. I have 4 out of 4 equipped, and these all count towards those 8 stars. If wearing the 4-piece set, you unlock further stats. You can see I have 8 stars, which activates the deal additional magic damage equal to 80% attack up to 2 enemies. So for the full bonus, you'll need the 4-piece set plus a total of 24 stars. At 24 stars for this mythic set, you can unlock the option for additional 30% damage to enemies with HP above 60%. So this is going to be an added feature to the set. If you look at the other mythic set for mages, this one only requires 20 stars. And this is going to be where my second biggest issue with this new Soulament system comes into action, besides the first being extremely low mythic drop rates. That issue is concerning the Soulament star up process. The Monster Never Cry Discord member n.agi or n.agi, sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong, credit goes to this player, made a thread called The Definitive Guide to Starring Up Mythic Soulaments. This is a very, very good read and gives a lot of valuable information, so I highly suggest checking that out. What I want to go over is the issue with the soul rank up and the costly nature of simply starring up. To improve stars, there's going to be 3 ways. The first way, you simply get the mythic star as a drop. The issue is, of course, I've said this many times already, the drop rates are so low. I've been tracking the Joint Assault bosses along with the camps. The max is 3 stars from the Warrior Chase and 3-star from Joint Assault, except this is locked behind needing account level 130, so for anyone lower, your max stars will be less. The scary thing is just having 3 stars on 4 pieces only gives you 12 stars. You need way more than that for improving the set bonuses and stats. The second way is going to be soul rank up. At first I really didn't look hard into this, but now that I have, what you want to understand is this chance right here. A successful breakthrough has a 5% chance to enhance the gear to the next star. This is improved on by the luck stat, which can be obtained on a piece of Soulament. However, this only applies to 2-star and 3-star natural drops, or it can be added through the gem mall item Circle of Destiny, which has a limit of 2 buys for the week the gem mall is active and costs 9,000 gems each. Let that sink in. 18,000 gems for 2 of them, and then you will have to wait till this specific gem mall returns. Oh, they also were kind enough to put it as an offer for 1 Circle of Destiny, $70 without tax, my currency. Beautiful. Keep in mind it rotates through 3 others. You have your Magic Guide Gem Mall, your Evo Souls Gem Mall, and your Runes Gem Mall. It's very, very rarely do they ever have 2 gem malls going at the same time. So what does this expensive and elusive item Circle of Destiny do? Well, it gives you the chance to put it on a Soulament of Mythic 2 to 5 star to put 11 luck, being 11%, on a piece permanently instead of having to wait out RNG to get one dropped as a reward. I have seen a 3-star Mythic Soulament drop with 20, but the odds of even getting a 3-star, probably insanely low. Let's just stick with luck 11 for this video. The kicker is you cannot stack luck boosters or apply a luck booster to any Soulaments that already have 11 or 20 luck, meaning the max amount of luck you can have for one piece is 25%, which will be the very, very rare chance of a 3-star, but this will be the chance to enhance the gear to the next star. So if you do plan to use this 9,000 gems, which is up to you, it is still a nasty gamble, and get this, if you do reforge a Mythic Soulament that you use the luck booster on, you don't even get the Circle of Destiny back from what I've seen. 9,000 gem fail, better luck next time, and buy another. Crazy. So for Soul rank 4 to 5, 2 legendary fodder, rank 5 to 6, 2, rank 6 to 7, 3, and so on and so on. You can always refer to this guide later on. Also, keep in mind Soul rank 12 is locked behind account level 140, so if you are going hard on the system and aren't 140, well now you just have to sit there waiting since there's no way to reset Soul rank. Will they ever allow this? I highly doubt it. Thank goodness though you can use any legendary fodder as long as it's the same class, so Mage class can use all types, crown, amulet, necklace, and book for any piece. If you are like myself and just like to test stuff, I already made mistakes by soul ranking random mythic ones before starring them up. I mean, to be honest, I wasn't going to use the 9,000 gems anyways, but if I did get super lucky with the base 5% luck during rank up, it would have really sucked to waste that on 1-star to 2-star, which I'll get into why in a second. I just get impatient because seeing how poorly executed this system is, I know it will take me months upon months and probably still won't even have a good set for one monster. It's honestly kind of depressing. The optimal way to attempt at getting mythic Soulament stars is to first obtain a mythic 2 or 3 star, obviously 3-star being the most optimal. If you get a mythic star 1, you will need to wait on mythic duplicates, which are at least not limited to that specific Soulament type. So in this example, a Mage Crown, if you click on the seal, it says it can be acquired through the reforge of Mythic Amulet, Necklace, and Crown, since all 3 of those require that Arcane Soul seal, as seen on the screen. For whatever reason, the other frustrating garbage is the Mage Book is completely separate. To start this up, you need a Lawful Soul Pact. So this slot is limited to waiting on a Mythic duplicate of said slot. Why? Why? Seriously, why? Even if you buy the custom Mythic Soulament chest for 2,500 gems in the gem mall with a limit of 3, it doesn't include the Mythic book, which apparently is core. Don't worry though, they added that chest here for 5,000 gems limit of 1. Oh thanks, much appreciated. These are also just for 1 star. Due to how bad the drop rates are, I have actually bought these up just to reforge them for seals. Everybody will have their own value in their mind according to what they're spending their gems on. Then recently you can see now they added 2 more mythic chests. 11.4k for the 1 3-star mythic chest limit of 3. It's just gems on top of gems on top of gems on top of less fun and more frustration. And if you need that core piece, don't worry, you can get a 3-star here for 22.8k. Anyways, I'm getting a bit off track here. So for the optimal way to attempt at getting a mythic Soulament star is going back to what I said, first obtaining a 2 or 3-star, 3-star being the most optimal, but 2-star works as well because they come with the luck stat. So in actuality, you kind of want to scrap the 1-star and you're really only looking for 2 or 3-star. So that is why I'm going to include 1-star as well. If you're like me and you just want to bring them to 3 stars because you're like, you know what? You're like, screw it. I can't do this anymore. I'm just going to see what happens. So using a 1-star mythic Mage Crown as an example, you're going to use those duplicates you eventually acquire to go into the Reforge feature and break them down into Arcane Soul seals. The wording changes based off the Soulament type and class. One thing to note is the seals you get back are linked to whatever stars you got the piece as a drop. So for 1-star drop, it'll be 1 seal back. 2-star will be 2 seals and 3-star will be 3 seals. If you take a 1-star to 3-star in the star up process, if you reforge, you will only get back 1 as that was the base star drop. After starring this up to 3 stars, which will cost a total of 3 seals, then if you were just impatient like I said and you've been starring up something that doesn't have a luck stat on it, it's not needed but it does improve your chances. You can go over and buy that luck booster for 9,000 gems. After starring this up to 3 stars, which will cost 3 total seals, and then you're going to want to do is go to soul rank and do this 8 times and pray for 5 stars or higher from the 3 stars. I think they simply said rank 8 because attempts beyond this start costing 5 legendary fodder compared to 4. As mentioned, legendary fodder is basically just as rare of a drop as mythic. If you fail to reach 5 stars or more, you can reforge, but you will be losing any additional seals you added in the star up process. Same goes with the soul rank up. If you took a 2-star mythic and successfully did a breakthrough to 3 stars, reforging is not going to give you 3 total back. It's only going to give you 2 because that was what the base copy is worth. Let's say in those 8 attempts you only get to 4 stars. If you look at the actual seal cost for the star up process, it will cost you 48 goddamn seals to take to 5 stars, which can only be obtained from reforging mythic Soulaments, or you can wait for those legendary Soulament fodder requiring 5 for more soul rank up chances. Either way you spin this, it's a terrible process, and I don't want to wait, this is probably going to be a little exaggerated, but I don't want to wait 1 year plus as a free-to-play to maybe getting one monster with a 20-star or better mythic set. That's not fun. That's just plain boring. I play games to have fun. I get it, they're trying to introduce endgame content for longevity purposes, but endgame content should not be this poorly executed. Overall, this system at first look was very interesting, and after this deep dive video, I became more and more fed up with all the slapped on requirements only to force you to spend more money to speed up the process, which is still a gamble because it's not guaranteed, or wait months and months for the right RNG, only to realize that's only for one monster. You have 4 other monsters part of your main 5 lineup, and a second team of 5 to eventually fill. I mean, holy moly, good luck. The Master Eye, which is the Monster Never Cries customer service for obtaining answers to questions, answered a question with this, that the insane high seal requirements for the Mythic Soulament Star process is not a bug, and it was designed this way to discourage players to use this. Like what? Introduce a feature and just slap high numbers because it's not recommended? Like what is this nonsense? Of course there's offers, don't you worry, you got the weekly pack, and for $70, probably 80 plus after taxes for my currency, I can buy this pack here for 1 Circle of Destiny. Or if that doesn't catch your eye, you got ones like $27.99 for 1 seal. And oh looky, so nice of them, there's $39.99 for 1 core seal. This system 100% needs tweaking if there's going to be any chance of players caring for it. Increase the drop rates for all boss levels, both mythic and legendary fodder. Reduce the seals needed in the star up process as you go beyond 3 stars. Honestly, the only saving grace for this system without being a complete joke is when you do reforge, you get 100% of the Soulament materials back. I've played games where this would have been 80%, some even 50%. So I understand the ideal way for Mythic Soulament starring is through soul ranking due to the fact you get back the resources, but all I'm asking for is a little bit of give and take. Let me know down in the comments any further information you would like to add, thoughts about this, and as always, thanks for watching and stay tuned for the next one.